Hey, minimum effort here, hope you're all doing well. We're going to have a bit of fun in this video. What I have done is, as it's the end of the season, I thought we'd have a little bit of fun. I put a post on my YouTube channel asking people to suggest a card that we can build a deck with to see if we can make it good. I had a reply from stuntmanmarc who has said rescue because it's a card that they forgot was even in the game. So yes, I've tried building a deck with rescue. This is it. Let's take a look. So yeah, this deck is Rescue Kitty. We managed to go 9 and 6 with this deck. The cube rate wasn't great, but then I wasn't really playing this as a serious deck. I wanted to play this as a win rate deck. Let's see if we can put Rescue in a deck and win with it. And we did. We won 9 out of 9 wins and 6 losses. Pretty good, not too bad at Infinite as well. So yeah, looking at the deck, there are a few kind of cards that we've lent into to get the most out of Rescue, right? So what we're trying to do is, obviously, Rescue is a 4-cost 4-power card with the on reveal. If you play a card at this location next turn, plus 5 power, so a 4/9, which isn't bad. Obviously, there are better 4-cost cards in the game. We know this. This is why no one plays Rescue. But 4/9 power is not bad. What else can we do to make the most out of Rescue? And the best thing is reducing her cost, because if you can make her a 3-cost card, all of a sudden she then becomes a 3/9, and it gives you that extra kind of flexibility to say, okay, I'm playing Rescue on turn 3. I have more than enough cards that I can play on turn 4 into her lane, and then I can still do other things on turns 5 and 6. Whereas normally you kind of, if you play Rescue on 4, you have to play a card into that lane on 5, and then that kind of focuses a lot of power into that lane. And then do you have enough power in the other lanes? Have you done enough in turns 1, 2 and 3 and then turn 6 that you have enough power to win the game? So yeah, getting the cost of Rescue lower to 3 cost with Zabu and Surge is really good, because yeah, Rescue on 3 is actually a really good card. And then what else can you do? Okay, so if you can't get the cost cheaper through Zabu and Surge, what cards are you putting on into Rescue on turn 5, basically? So Kitty Pryde is great for that, because obviously you're trying to play Kitty Pryde as much as possible. And then yeah, it's the kind of the flexibility to say, okay, on turn 5, I can put a few cards down with this deck, and can I still get that kind of power build up through what we're doing? So Kitty Pryde is obviously a great part of that. If you have Angela Rescue and then Kitty going into that lane, that's quite a lot of power into that lane already, and then you don't have to play Kitty Pryde there on turn 6. You can play her wherever you need to kind of win the game. But yeah, Kitty Pryde is obviously a great card for the Rescue lane. Havok's actually a pretty good card to put in too, because obviously Rescue in one lane on turn 4, you play Havok into that lane on turn 5, even though it's just those 2 cards, by the end of the game, so that is a 16 power lane, because Rescue will go to 9 power, Havok gets +3 each turn, so it goes to 4 power on turn 5 and then 7 power on turn 6, so 16 power in one lane with 2 cards is pretty good. It's pretty economical, and then it gives you kind of enough with the rest of the deck, so you can kind of focus on other lanes as well. So Havok's a good card in this deck actually. And then you have kind of Mysterio, because Mysterio counts as a card played into the Rescue lane, so that counts for getting the buff to Rescue. And then obviously if you are able to buff Mysterio's power with Surge or Gwenpool, the 0 power clones will keep that kind of buff power from those cards. So yeah, you're not getting kind of 0 to 0 power cards in 2 locations. You can get actually a bit more power into those lanes to help you out. And yeah, obviously with Zabu, we're also playing Gwenpool, Juggernaut and Galacta. Those are kind of 3 very good 4-cost cards that are very useful in this deck as well. And also the good thing about Mysterio is obviously you play that on turn, let's say play Rescue on turn 4, turn 5 you play Havok, Mysterio and Kitty Pryde. That makes Sasquatch really cheap for turn 6, and that gives you a bit more flexibility to say, okay, I can put 10 power somewhere on the board. I have a Juggernaut that I can put to try and win a lane. I've got Kitty Pryde, if I've been kind of buffing that through the game as well, that can go into Angela lanes, that can go into lanes that have a spot left for Elsa to kind of give extra buffs in those lanes as well. So that's how you win with this deck. Yeah, it's not one of the best decks in the game at all, but it's a deck where rescue feels pretty good, and it's actually, yeah, it just kind of, there's a nice bit of synergy to this deck. So yeah, check out this gameplay highlights, see what you think. I'm not saying this is going to be like the new meta deck that everyone's going to be playing, but if you want to have a bit of fun with a card that has not seen any play in a long time, give this a go. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please enjoy these gameplay highlights, hope you like them. Please remember to subscribe to the channel as well. I try to bring you at least 2 videos a week. I'm trying to bring you obviously good decks, but because it's the end of the season, we're just going to have a bit of fun with this deck. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, please let some comments down below to see what you think of this deck, and if there's any other decks that you are playing rescue in, I'd love to see that as well. I did try putting together like a Thanos deck, but it just seems a bit too easy to put generic card into a Thanos deck, because that kind of works anyway at a kind of moderate level. So yeah, I think we've done something quite fun here. So yeah, that's the main thing we want to do, have a bit of fun with this video. And I might try doing this at the end of every season. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like the last video of the season, I might just do this where I put out the question on the YouTube, ask people what kind of card they want me to make a deck around, and we'll do it. So yeah, enjoy. Cheers. Oh, we have Zabu, which is obviously great, but we have pulled Rescue in our hand. Shuri's Labs is not bad for us. We've got a few decent power cards. Spider-Ham is not great, though. Utopia now makes Rescue 3 cost, Elsa 2 cost, and Mysterio as well. How does this work with Mysterio clones if it doubles to 8? Because normally if it's like, if you play Galacta and then Mysterio, the clones keep that, don't they? Do you know what, let's test this. Let's just see what happens. It's going to be 0 though, isn't it? Because it's going to be, yeah, 4. But we have Sasquatch, so hopefully Spider-Ham won't hit Sasquatch. Hits Elsa, that's fine. What we can do actually is Monster Island, okay. I think we play Sasquatch. I think getting the double power on that is fine. We can play Rescue next turn actually, that's fine. Scarlet Spider being doubled is not great for us, and into Agony, okay. Where do we play? Oh, I've got Juggernaut as well. So we could do, I mean, Rescue into Shuri's Lab isn't bad. We can then play the Kitty into that next turn as well. With Elsa Bloodstone, actually. I don't mind this at all. So let's do, yeah, we'll double the Kitty now as well. Has to see if they are going to get 2 Scarlet Spiders. Okay. It's each turn is now, it doesn't count for the Elsa buff, does it? That sucks. I think we have to play something mid. There's got to be Kitty left. The real question is Juggernaut. Do we do it now? So they're going to do something with Jocasta, right? Which is going to be these 2. So something's going to get hit. So I think we do have to play Juggernaut to stop it getting hit by Spider-Ham, because Jocasta is going to activate it again this turn. It's not ideal, but I think we play it left. So at least we've got a bit of power with Gwenpool mid. They don't play right. Should have maybe swapped that round, so Gwenpool right and Juggernaut mid. We'll get a double proc of Pryde goes to 6. It's Danger. So Danger can only destroy the Mysterio, which is 0. So actually, We just play Kitty Pryde Dark, then just 12 power, isn't it? Undo. Can we have enough here then instead if we do Angela here and we just go Elsa and Kitty? There's going to be a 16 power Scarlet Spider somewhere though, isn't there? So we are going to lose. Unless... start again. So we'll give Danger a 50-50 of hitting something or Mysterio, because it's not going to hit Sasquatch, it's not going to hit Rescue. But then we have to hope that the Scarlet Spider clone isn't going to go into the winning lane. They could try and force it somewhere. If they played 2 cards here, for example, it could force the Scarlet Spider clone here, which is obviously good power. So I think if it's going to be to 40, I think we have to do this. And we have to. It's a 50-50 basically between Danger destroying. Oh, it's going to get both, isn't it? Because the Juggernaut, but they're not. No, they've activated now. Rats. And yeah, it forces the Spider clone mid. Right, we doubled, but still fine. Because it can't, yes, because the doubles that worked. And it's just Zabu and Iron Man. So cool, yeah, we won that one. That was 4 cubes as well. Yes, I forgot that the double power of Kitty Pryde will put it above Danger. So it was always going to destroy the 0 power Mysterio clone. And they did force the Scarlet Spider clones mid, and if they would have let one go right, they would have won. So yeah, cool, we'll take that. Okay, cool, so we do have Kitty Pryde to start with Sasquatch and Surge. No, right, drawing a card for us is cool, it's Gwenpool, and we get Mysterio too. So yeah, let's drop Kitty Pryde. It's Echo. We do not have any ongoing cards, so that's good for us. This could be C2. It's usually where we see Echo. Let's go with Surge. Yeah, we kind of have to play Surge into the left lane because we're not sure what the third lane is yet. So yeah, let's play Surge now. We have Mysterios as well for Sasquatch. They have played Surge too. And in Utopia says Havok unfortunately got hit with the Surge buff, which is far from ideal. What we want to do instead then is Gwenpool, because with Gwenpool now we get hits on hopefully the Mysterio clones. They will keep any power. Gorgon, not a problem for this deck. Red Guardian hits the Surge. I mean, we're not playing Havok till later anyway, so that's not bad. It's probably other targets that it could potentially hit. So Kitty Pryde and Juggernaut, I think, all the buffs, and Havok got on too. So yeah, let's. Where are we going to play Mysterio now? I think we have to play Mysterio right. Kitty Pryde left. So this will get Sasquatch down for us. It's Merlin. This is not a C2 deck, obviously, because they've got Merlin and Gorgon. Interesting, because he had Surge, that stops that one. What could this be? The other thing with Havok is that we can't really drop Havok into Dark Dimensions because I think does the game end? Yes, the game will end. But Havok is the end of turn. So yeah, he won't reveal in time, but Sasquatch mid is not a problem. Havok left is good. I think we just play Zabu Kitty. We're not really fussed about his it's going to be Galacta or Rescue, so we could potentially actually just drop Zabu into Utopia and just see what else it gives us. Final turn, they play Bishop. It's one to Future, which takes their Surge away. Okay. So Havok goes left now. Kitty Pryde is 5 power. Which will go to 6. So now they have to kind of think about, it's Rescue. Rescue made an appearance, yeah. Juggernaut now wins us. No, he doesn't, it's a Bishop. I'm thinking now we have to play Juggernaut here. Is Kitty Pryde 6 here going to be enough? Potentially, with a Havok boost as well. Yeah, and then it just depends what Juggernaut moves, basically. They don't have a lot of power on the board, so they're going to try and do something now to get Bishop up. So yeah, I think we ignore this lane and we focus left and right. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's Polymorph, which is Gorgon, which becomes Sabretooth. So yeah, we are fine left. Rhino and Surge. And one more card. Cersei. Wow, okay. So now Juggernaut is only going to move the Cersei. I believe that's right. That is the only revealed card that is now on the board. And the copycat, of course. So yeah, we tie up left and mid. Cool, yeah, another win. Yeah, obviously we didn't get to play Rescue there, but this is an example of, okay, we've got Mysterios, we've got Sasquatch, we've got Gwenpool to put power on the board, Havok, Kitty Pryde getting scaled up to 6, Havok going to 10, extra power on Juggernaut to 7. Obviously we cleared that lane anyway, but it was the other lane that we needed the power in, and that came from, actually just from Havok and Kitty Pryde. So yes, pretty good. Okay, cool. So Angela, Surge, Juggernaut, and Galacta. Utopia is going to make this a bit easier as well. What do next turn? Angela or Surge? I suppose it depends if we get Kitty, which we don't. So I think we go into Surge. Because then we have Galacta we can play next turn. That's fine. Psylocke always suggests Mr. Negative. So let's see what they do. Yeah, we don't have much in the way of tech in this deck. Except for Juggernaut, that's pretty much it. So the Mysterio clones keep their buff as well, don't they? And Galacta were the Mysterio clones. We tried to do this in the last game. I'm not sure if it totally works. Let's do it. Let's do Ocean's going to destroy stuff, isn't it? Unless it's the only card there. So we go Galacta. And we're going to play the Mysterio clone mid. And we have Angela on that. Okay, yeah, let's do this then. And we can do this too. So yeah, Angela into Mysterio into Kitty Pryde. It does work with the Galacta though, does it? Does that count with the... No, yeah, it counts with the left one, doesn't it? I didn't mean to do that. I didn't quite plan that through, but yes. Because this one will have power on it. This one is the regular power card. That's fine. We can still keep dropping Kitty Pryde onto Monster Metropolis, and we can drop Sasquatch, and they're gone. So, even though they're negative, yeah, they obviously were intimidated by what we were doing. Yeah, that's a pretty good line, obviously. Bishop, potentially, because you're looking to play kind of Mysterio plus cards. So you can get some more power to Bishop, actually just having Angela in one lane and pumping it with Kitty Pryde as often as you can get good power in that lane, and then obviously you can choose where that Kitty Pryde goes in turn 6. But yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so Angela, Sasquatch, and Elsa Bloodstone. Superflow means we can put Angela down this turn, which is great. There's Rescue. Jennifer Kale. Okay. See, that's not great. If you really wanted to play some better cards into Angela, sorry. Yeah, we need to keep the energy, really. I think that really helps us. Because then we can play Rescue next turn, essentially on turn 3. Scorpion has made our cards much worse. So maybe with Gwenpool now instead. Oh my god. Yeah, Gwenpool now instead, because then at least we can have Kitty and Rescue. Oh, mate, this is... We can play both of these cards next turn, actually, if we still have the +1 energy. Gwenpool's going to take a hit here. So Sasquatch and Rescue got the hits from Gwenpool. It's now Great Web thanks to Scarlet Witch. Okay. That's not terrible for us because it means we can do this. Rescue here into Superflow because now we've got a few cheaper cards. Particularly Mysterio, that we can now maybe do something to get the Sasquatch a little cheaper. But Elsa's going to keep now pumping Kitty Pryde, with Angela getting the hits from repeating that card into that lane. Actually, Miniaturized Lab will stop Mysterio clone from appearing on that right lane. So they have now filled, so they're going to try to do Cerebro stuff. And again, we don't have much tech. So we stick with Kitty and we stick with Sasquatch, and we just have to try to go above them. But we might be better off trying to go above them. Oh, it's tough because if they get one Cerebro out, it's an extra 12 power mid, so we need 24 go up in that lane. Obviously, if they get Valkyrie, the rescues off. Rescue was 12 power there, thank you very much, and Valkyrie has just ruined it, but at least it's not hit the Sasquatch. So yeah, the worry is now that they have got Cerebro and Mystique, but then they only have 3 power here and 3 power here, so we might be better off playing in other lanes. It's still not great. We have to go as big as possible here, I think. We block this lane actually, because the Mysterio clone hasn't got any power to it. Actually, Elsa Bloodstone will give it power, right? So we play Kitty here. Mysterio. We do this. We're not going to win anyway, but let's play it out. Oh, they've retreated. So they didn't have Cerebro, they didn't have the things. But what we were trying to do is obviously the Mysterio cards count as being played. So yeah, we would have had more power there. We would have had 15. No, wait, maths. 12 power here, which is not great. But because they didn't have a lot of base cards to start with, they would have been relying on putting a 3 power card here and Cerebro to make it to 12. But yeah, they didn't have Cerebro, so we won basically. Yeah. Okay, cool. We are playing against Coffee Barista. Eternity range. Adding a rock. I mean, that potentially helps with Elsa to fill a location. So that's not terrible. Utopia is good for us. Because that's essentially Zabu plus the rest. So let's go Surge. I don't mind us not winning Eternity Range, you know. We could potentially feel that later on. They played Surge. Asteroid M does make things a little bit tricky now. Okay. This does make things tricky because actually we can play Elsa here because a hit on Angela, and then they'll move into Asteroid M, and it will still count as the power buff. So we might just throw left completely. Then we can play Galacta, and Galacta will also move into Asteroid M, and we can keep these kind of buffs going. If we can get Kitty Pryde actually now, let's Kitty Pryde now would actually be a really good pull, because Galacta will play here, will move here, then we can play Kitty here, and that will still get the Galacta buff. So let's definitely do that. Athena, this is obviously the end of turn deck. Yeah, not having much in the way of tech hurts this deck. Juggernaut might still be able to do something for us. So they've not pulled Jocasta or Invisible Woman yet. Let's see what we can play. It's Gwenpool as well. We play Havok as well. We need a space for Juggernaut. So yeah, Gwenpool here enables us to play both Havok and Kitty here. Kitty will move out and give us a space that we can either play Juggernaut here or here, depending on where we need it, with Kitty and maybe something else, who knows. Yeah, Havok is going to get power mid, which is good competition for Athena. Juggernaut gets all the hits, goes for 311, that's insane. Havok is a 3 power starting. It also hits Kitty to go to 7 power. Mobius isn't terrible, actually. It's not terrible at all. They have played Havok. Fantasticar is going to give them some buffs. So what we need to do... Actually, Juggernaut might win us left. Juggernaut win us left? No, because Juggernaut is going to move cards and then it will move out unless we fill it. And we can only play Juggernaut and Kitty Pryde anyway. Havok wins this, right? So they're going to play activate Fantasticar, +2 power for these 2 cards. So it goes to 2022 plus Havok goes to 23. But with the Kitty Pryde here, potentially wins that lane, and then Juggernaut potentially wins mid. So we have a chance. Let's do it. Yeah, thanks to Elsa, both these cards are obviously going to get those buffs. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Is there space? That should be fine. Juggernaut's not moved anything of our cards. We can't move any of theirs. They can't move anything into Asteroid M. Have I done my maths right? Is the next question. 15 power Juggernaut mid. So 10 power Angela and a 10 power Kitty. Havok goes to 25 thanks to this. And we win by 1. We win by 1. Yeah, they didn't get the nut draw for this deck. We know obviously the power for this deck can go very big, but going in 2 lanes, obviously Asteroid M helped us incredibly there. That worked really well for us with how we set up our board and where we put our cards. But yeah, that's a lot of power. That's really, really good. Okay, we have Elsa Bloodstone, Havok and Rescue in hand with Juggernaut. That's a pretty high draw for our first 4 cards. Hopefully we get something we can play next turn. Oh no, we don't want Sasquatch to put Havok down, that's fine. Elsa's, yeah, that's okay. I wonder if that counts as the rescue as playing it. It is non-reveal, isn't it? So we should do. Yeah, obviously no Havok, it was Galacta. It's forward for me. We know this is Silver Surfer. Oh, okay, so they have now got a rescue, a Juggernaut, or a Galacta. Galacta was better for them. They do have their own Galacta. Okay, fine. Where do we need to try to win? Can we get enough power here? Potentially. Juggernaut could do something for us if they're filling this lane later. For Captain Carter, we are not going to win. Need a clear. So we now have to focus on left and right, I think. I think we've got enough cards to fill with Elsa. We can play a 5-cost Sasquatch next turn. Let's play Rescue, guys. So we can play Rescue. They can put 1 card into this lane. It's Viv Vision, it's America Chavez. Okay, so they're I don't think they're going to fill this card. This lane's already until the last turn. But it does mean we now have to do... we Havok this lane, Gwenpool here. So they're going to play Silver Surfer, and they're going to play something here, whether it's going to be Sebastian Shaw or something like that. Obviously, Captain Carter's going to be big, but if we can knock something out with Juggernaut, it might give us a chance. Let's see. They've played it there already. Okay, so now we can't move anything with Juggernaut. Okay. That sucks. Yeah, fine. We can't do anything. Yes. Yeah, if they hadn't played anything there, we could have played Juggernaut there, but we still need to win somewhere else. We can't get enough power. Elsa will make this a bit stronger, actually. But it's not going to be enough, I don't think, with Silver Surfer hitting Captain Carter, making these cards stronger. He's only going to hit Captain Carter, so it's going to be 2, 4, 6. That goes 23. Havok goes to 20. This might be enough here. But we need 11 power to be enough in the right lane. I'm not sure it will be. It's only 2 cards. Sure, yeah, of course it is. So yeah, we did take left. But yeah, because of Sebastian Shaw. Yeah, we weren't going to win that lane. Sebastian Shaw got a few buffs on him as well, my goodness. See the buffs on him, so we got Viv Vision, gave him +2, Viv Vision again, +2, a Galacta, and Surfers as well, so yeah, 18 power for him, but we weren't winning that. But yeah, we did take left, so yeah, if we would have had a more favourable draw, we could have maybe won this lane. Potentially with Juggernaut, actually. Yeah, never mind.